The Secret in His Eyes, Chapter 1, The Charm. Slow down, Hermione yelled as she chased after Harry and Ron. They were laughing as they raced over to the room of requirements. Christmas break was over, and it was time for their first DA meeting of the new year. They had all stayed at the Weasleys over the break and had an amazing time. Although they loved Christmas, it felt amazing to be back. Even Ron had missed being at school. When they reached the stretch of the wall hiding the door to the room, Harry walked back and forth 3 times and thought of the perfect area for dueling. The door appeared, and then they entered quickly. They all still gasp a little when they enter. No matter how long they've been at Hogwarts, they're still amazed by its secrets. Harry ran over to a chair that was sitting in the corner and plopped down rather dramatically. "It feels so good to be home," he yelled. Seconds later, Ginny ran in, followed by Fred, George, Luna, Neville, Cho Chang, and Cedric. "Let's get this party started," yelled Fred as he ran to the corner where the trio was standing. An hour later, the group was practicing dueling. Ron and Harry were partnered up and they were getting really into it. "Flipendo!" Harry shouted. Ron quickly dodged and aimed his wand at Harry. "Levicorpus!" he exclaimed. Harry tried to dodge but stumbled. The spell barely missed him. As he tried to catch his balance, Ron took this opportunity to go for the win. Ron quickly thought of a spell he had seen written in one of Hermione's notebooks. "Memorabilia!" he shouted. The spell hit Harry in the chest and there was a loud crack. Suddenly, they were no longer in the room of requirements. The members of the DA were in an unfamiliar sitting room. In front of them was a young couple playing with a small baby. Hermione turned to Ron with a horror look on her face. "You didn't," she exclaimed, the dread obvious in her voice. "What happened?" Cedric asked frantically. "Ron used the memorabilia spell on Harry." Seeing the confused looks in everyone's faces, she continued, "The spell takes anyone who's within a certain distance of the victim through the memories of that when Ron hit Harry with that curse. It transferred everyone who was in the room of requirements back to the first moment in his life." "What?" Ron exclaimed. How do we get back to our time? We have to travel through Harry's life up to the point that he was hit with the curse. Then we will be released," Hermione stated. "But we won't be grown up all the time by the time we are released, right?" Cho asked. "No, it only feels like we're traveling through his whole life. In reality, we will only be knocked out for about a week." Everyone visibly relaxed at Hermione's words. Fred suddenly noticed there's one person who doesn't seem interested in Hermione's explanation. Everyone else realized this as well. They all looked over to Harry. What they saw broke their hearts. Harry was kneeling down on the ground, and a few feet from the couple. They realized with a start of who these people must be and who the baby must be. They all watched as silent tear rolled down Harry's cheek. "Mom, Dad," he whispered to himself, and then he broke down.